a dip in your hip, a glide in your stride. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe, with shows throughout the week. Everything you want, everything you could need. From the paranormal to the supernatural, from the spiritual to the unknown, from emotions to comedy. You can find us at Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so much more. This is Rift Nation Network, the RNN. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
Sensitive/offensive content disclaimer. Please note that this podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Well, hello. I guess that one cut out fast, but yeah, I'm totally going off topic tonight. There is way too much going on in the world right now, and it needs to be talked about. So just so you guys know that this podcast here tonight on Beacon in the Dark is for entertainment purposes only. So remember that. But hey, I am Susan. I am the behind all the other crazy characters from Bag of Nuts. And I'd like to say welcome everybody and welcome to the Rift Nation Network. But we have some serious business actually happening in the world. And I normally am very lighthearted and I do readings and I might not get into that tonight, but we need to discuss some things that have happened that have kind of been brought to the attention. I mean, we're Americans here. We should be helping each other. We should be taking care of one another. And there is somebody I know in a couple of different places, and I know kind of have an idea of what's going on. And I've done some research, and I want to hear from you guys out there. Between the recent hurricane that happened over in North Carolina, devastating so much, and so many people are without everything you could think of, water, food, you name it. Are they getting the supplies that they need? Now, this is a conspiracy or the truth, and I want to hear from you guys. I want your opinion on what you think is actually going on. Now, to top this all off, we have another major hurricane that has just been labeled a Cat 5 heading towards Florida. Now, there's been pictures roaming around, of course, on Facebook. And again, you can't take everything face value that people are literally stuck in traffic. and there's no gas for 100 miles at sea. That's something that I would be really inclined to believe there. Now, family members of these individuals, they don't have no gas, they have no way to charge their phone. How do they let others know that they're safe? How do we do this? Is there a way for people to actually contact one another? Is there a place for them to actually go? I mean, several towns were devastated in North Carolina. Several towns. You know, there's, I think I know of at least three for sure and four possible towns that are completely gone. They don't even exist anymore. And those people are still dealing with it. Now we're going to add another hurricane onto this. What if this shifts? What if it heads back up into that area? And these are things that I think about. What is it that we can do? What can we do as a nation to help? And how can we make sure these people are getting the goods? Because that's another thing I've heard a couple of stories at. Okay, I have heard a couple of stories that way, that some people are receiving the goods and some people are not receiving the goods that are actually being sent. So I need to know, if you're down there or you're around there, or you know an area that's been devastated, I want to know, are you getting the help that you need right now? I really want to know. Yes, my name is Susan, normally Bag of Nuts. Normally I do a lot of readings, but there is too much going on in the world right now to be goofy. And I need to do whatever it is that I can with my mouth to help as many people as possible. So let's see, we're going to say hi to a couple people here tonight. I live in North Carolina. People here are sending food, water, and supplies and everything you can think of to Western North Carolina. What can we do? I'm East Coast. Rift Nation Network is a nation. It's travelers. We are the travelers of the universe. We need to get involved. We need to help. What can we do? How can we get to it? How can we do this to help these people in North Carolina and this storm that's coming to Cat 5 in Florida? People are losing everything. The only thing I can do is crochet. Florida, they can't, a wool blanket isn't going to be so good in Florida. I don't know about North Carolina. I've never been there. I'm all the way up on the East Coast. I don't know the temperatures down there. So what can we do? We're travelers, aren't we, guys? We are travelers of the nation. Hey, Keith. Keith, as a matter of fact, right here, Keith Ottersberg here, actually said that he knows of a couple of places where people, if you're looking to get your horses stabled because of the hurricanes, that the ones that were there and the ones that are coming, they know of a couple of stables that are willing to help. And there's some people up in his area that are willing to help. Unfortunately, I'm all the way up at the top. Hey, Keith, how you doing? So what is it we can do? There's only so much that one particular state can do to help. I mean, we're travelers, aren't we? This is the Rift Nation Network. We are travelers. We need to get involved. We need to do something to help. I really, really want to do something to help. Oh, let's see. We got a lot of chat going on, and I love this. This is definitely what I needed tonight. We have a family member in Georgia, elderly. She was shut in for quite a few days, a week to get power, no water or anything. Her son managed to get to her, but mostly neighbors have been helping. And that's what it should be. Neighbors helping neighbors. It should be like that. That's the way I was raised. I was raised neighbors help neighbors. That's the way I was raised. What else we got? Starlight has bought in for people and emergency departments. Yes, it has. I actually found the write-up on that. I did find the write-up on Starlink, and I can read it to you if you guys want. And it's let's see, Elon Musk himself wrote this letter, and I can share it with you guys if you want. Again, this is something that was found on the internet. I am making no promises, no qualms. I'm just going to read what it actually says. It says it was written by Elon Musk, and then it says they just received a note from SpaceX engineer helping on the ground in North Carolina. FEMA, and again, it's accusing FEMA of failing to adequately help people in trouble. My question is this: how does FEMA get to so many different people? How big is FEMA? How can they do it? So Eon updated on his site on Asheville, North Carolina, that they have powered up 2 large operating bases for choppers to deliver goods into the hands. It says that they've deployed 300 plus Starlinks and outpoured. It has saved many lives. And again, they're stating that the big issue right here is FEMA. Now, hopefully this show does not get shut down because I want to help as many people as possible. So, and this what it is. Let's see, what do we got here? This one says connect with local people in the area to see what they need. Brad, I'll just say meteorologist Brad is doing great work and sharing great information daily. That is awesome. I'm helpful about that. Christine Coleman says help. Hi, Ann. So let's see. What do we need? Warm clothing for the mountains for the cooler weather is coming. Okay, that's something I can help with. So if I can find a chain reaction to help me out, I crochet. I make gigantic blankets. I can help with blankets to keep people warm for the month. And I can crochet some of those and see what it's going to cost to actually ship. And that's the issue. Where do you ship it? Where do you send it? How do you get these people this out? Do we come up with a chain reaction to get it down there? I don't know. I keep thinking. So hello, Miss Jean Kelly. And it's difficult. Yeah, FEMA is overwhelmed, and that's what I'm thinking. And it looks to me like they have too much red tape and their hands are tied. And that's a possibility as well. That is a good possibility. I know neighbors are helping neighbors right now, and I know that even the people that weren't hit are getting stretched thin, and they have to keep supplying their Walmarts and their grocery stores in the good areas in order for them to be able to get food into the negative areas, because now people aren't just buying for themselves and family, they're buying to assist and help as well. You know, that's the one thing that we are looking at right now. I mean, anybody that wants to jump in here from the Rift Nation Network, if you want to jump on this live with me tonight, you're more than welcome. This is something that I really wanted to get into because, I do understand it. It's a tough situation when individuals are far away from family members. Now, we are travelers. We are the travelers of the Rift. Well, I honestly think that we should be doing something. I don't know. And I should have mentioned this, but I didn't. But it's really, I'm an hour from there and local churches are making daily deliveries. That's a brilliant idea, Nicole. That is a brilliant idea. Okay, maybe if we can donate some of our goods over to um, some of the churches, maybe the churches can get the goods down to where they actually need. And that right there, I like that idea. Thank you so much for that idea, because it's not just about money, because then you still have to have the goods. But if somebody like, say me, I crochet, I can crochet blankets for people, I can do that. Okay, but I need to know where to drop them off. So now I'll go and I'll look for something like that. So there's a lot actually happening right now. And yeah, it's got me a little stressed, so to speak, but I wanted to bring this up before we got into anything else. I can share information for places making deliveries. That would be very nice. Yes, please. Because I can't guarantee that the storm Milton that's coming now and hitting Florida isn't going to go right back up to where it was. That's the thing about storms. You don't know where they're heading. You don't exactly know the direction. All you can do is prepare. And if the traffic getting out of Florida, getting out of Tampa, Florida, and those particular areas are that far, I mean, no gas for 100 miles. Do I believe that? Yes, I do. I do believe that. I do believe that they are stuck in traffic. How do they get word out? They're running out of gas. I don't know if it gets warm or cold there at night. I don't know what's going to happen. So these are things that I kind of get through from my head. And those that didn't want to go or leave the area, it's because they knew they were actually going to get stuck on traffic. So let's see what else we got going on there. So we got Linda Nielsen. I was saying hi to Kendra. Hello, Miss Kendra. Let's see what else we got going on here. Linda Nielsen says, I have some neighbors from where I lived in Maryland that got a hold of transportation, collected supplies to get down there. I wish I could find somebody on the East Coast. Keith Ottersberg, donate to the churches directly. That's the one thing that isn't helping is confiscating supplies from trucks and locking them up direct from truckers. Wow. That isn't helping. So Keith, they are the roads and the bridges are all washed out. So that would be helicopters that have to go in order to help those people. There was somebody that was a privately owned helicopter that went and got a few people out in North Carolina, but they ran out of gas. They really ran out of gas. So replying to Keith, Renee agrees that. What else do we have going on? People in Florida, where it's supposed to hit, are very scared. Yeah, I know. My kids are in the middle there. And I know I've got to keep that on the down low, but roads are washed out. Bridges are gone. Yeah, they are. There's a lot more going on that I haven't actually said, but something that I won't say. Kelly Jean says, I want to go. Our government is screwing them. And again, these are just opinions of what's happening. Replying to Nicole Thomas Ryan, I know it's a reach, but do they have a PayPal account? Okay, that's a good idea, but if there's no stores because the hurricanes are completely gone, how do they do that? Let's see. We had some numbers over here. Okay, so, and this is Reapville Baptist Church, 1513 Alf Hoover Road, Valley, again, North Carolina. Okay, so I want to pin this post right here because this is the information in order to, I'm trying to think of how the heck to pin this. There has to be a way to pin this. We'll leave this here for a bit. Sorry, listening from work. Sure, tonight was, yeah. The government is screwing them, and that's what I believe. And the roads were definitely washed out, extremely washed out. And that's the hardest part right there, is all the roads. Let's see. Keith again is replying to Nicole Thomas Ryan. I know it's a reach, but do they have PayPal? What else do we have here? I wonder, Keith, if that would be a safety issue. Let's see what's going on here. They are grounding the choppers, not allowing them to deliver Starlinks and supplies direct from Elon Musk. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard a lot of not so good things coming out of all this. And this is not what we are supposed to be. I mean, the United States, and again, this is my opinion. This is not the opinion of the network. This is my opinion, okay? This has nothing to do with Rift Nation Network. I truly believe that we need to get back to where we were. We really, truly need that help thy neighbor. I mean, this is so much is actually happening and going on. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. They're stopping this, stopping that. This can't happen. That can't happen. These are people. These are our people. Our people, a part of the United States, supposed to be this proud country. We need to find a way to get there. We do. It's ridiculous. So I get frustrated with this. So as much information as I can get out there tonight to help as many people as I can, even if I just do it with my mouth, I'll do it with my mouth because that's the best way I can do. They are grounding choppers. Hello, Sandra Dry. Somebody replying to Nicole. I don't know. They are on Facebook. Check them out. My family attends this church. Yes, I will. Thank you so much. And again, the name of that one I'll go back up to in a minute. Let's see. He says, thank you. Replied, yes, they are. Let's see. And let's see. Renee says, nefarious things are afoot. Yeah, they are. And it's very hard to sit and go here outright. Look at who applied for the lithium rights in the area. Who owns most of the interest on those two main companies? Think about that for a minute. Think about that. And again, this was other things that I did find out. One of the actual quartz mines that actually has the lithium quartz. This particular lithium quartz is actually used, they mine it to use it for, it's for the, help me out here, underground as well. Yeah. They use it for the little circuit boards, I think they use it for. I'm not sure if that's the one that they use for the AI or something. I'm not sure, but there's a lot actually going on, and the quartz under the ground in there as well. Exactly. So then conspiracy theorists, you'll sit here and you'll think, was that the reason? Did they control this? Did they cause this to happen? Okay. Was this them? They did this. Okay. And then how? There's been many things going around. I mean, going around the internet and research and digging and particular things that are happening where some individuals, and again, everything I'm stating is just stuff I read. This is my opinion. Microchips, my opinion. This is not the opinion of the Rift Nation Network. This is my personal opinion. Okay, that there are little nanites, okay, little itty bitty nanites, and yes, cloud seeding is another one as well. These little nanites can control the direction. My question is this: if the hurricane hit and it was going over land, which it did, why did it still strengthen when it hit that particular area? Shouldn't it have dissipated? Shouldn't that have dissipated? Why didn't it? Why didn't it dissipate? Think. We need to wake up. We need to think. We really do. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Let's see. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Microchips. Thank you, Keith. Renee says cloud seeding. That's another one that they actually do. I've actually seen that a little bit around here, but not much. They think they did it with weather manipulation and tampering with drums. Yeah, I do believe that. Let's see what else we got. Looking up weather. Yep, manipulations. Yep, I do think that. And we have another opinion over here. I don't think it's conspiracy theory. There are too many facts. Now, you heard that. And again, these are everybody's opinions. We here in the United States of America have the right to voice our opinions. Okay? Our opinions. Not fact check this, fact check that. These are our opinions. We have that right to express how we feel, no matter who agrees with it or not. We have that right. Why was that taken away? I want to know. Okay, it stalled. Yes, it did. But normally the intensity of the storm actually dissipates. That's been the trend of all that. Once it hit land, it should have dissipated. Yes, exactly. That's exactly my point. They can now use sound waves as well. Son of a holy monkey. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Too many weather patterns for it not to be manipulated. I have to agree. I agree. That's my opinion, okay? And everybody else's opinions, which, by the way, we are Americans. We have this right to have an opinion. These are my opinions, okay? This is, they want, and guess what? They're taking, okay? But in the process, your citizens, okay? There's been too much, too many people, families, women, children, fathers, mothers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, all these individuals gone. Over what and why? Why? Why did they do this? We know why. No, no more. This can't happen anymore. Too many things being manipulated. Too many individuals have control over our lives. We do something that is not agreed with, and holy HE double toothpicks breaks out. Yes. I get it. Thank you. All right. So we have somebody else again talking about agenda. And yeah, there's been a lot of talk over that. Let's see. Two previous names, they retired once used, reused this year. Yeah, they did. Why did they do that? Why did they reuse names if the names were actually retired? Let's see. Also, something that takes place in 30 days. Yes. Okay, this is not helping your cause. People are suffering. Families are suffering because of this. Well, I don't know who believes in what way, but I can tell you some people will be looking up and others will probably be looking down. Yep, something that takes place in 30 days. Exactly. And yeah, how are these individuals going to be able to vote now? There's nowhere for them to go. They have nothing. Houses gone, rivers overflown. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. And I've seen so many statements on Facebook. But here's the thing. You really got to dig. You got to research. You got to find these things out. See who's credible, who's not, in order to get the accurate information of what is actually happening. Okay? That's what we need. No problem. I gotcha. Again, yeah, exactly. How are they going to vote? And again, we have angels. Yes, I agree with that statement. I will not read that one aloud. Yeah. We'll make sure. Yes. 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 Yes, Keith. Yes. I 100% agree with that. That's going to be the next thing. Well, let me tell you something, guys. They're already here. Okay? They have been here longer than we have. They've been here all along. Okay? And some believe that and some don't. But right now, I'm just a little ticked off about the way things are being handled. And I know you're not a genie, you can't snap your fingers and it's done, but for Christ's sakes, get it done. How long has it been? And there's another storm coming. And guess what? After Milton comes through, there's another one off the other side of the coast of Florida. It seems to be all zooming in that particular area. Not cool. Not cool. Yeah, yep, that's a good possibility there too. Yep. I agree with that. Hello, Sarah Rhines. Yeah, I am totally off topic here today. I am on a what the heck is going on with this world? What? Why? Okay, hold on. We got a holy C over here. Let's get that back up. I'm gonna go up in the chat. I'm gonna post that again for individuals. I guess they are on Facebook as well. It is a Baptist church that we can actually get a hold of in order to help the relief, because there's another hurricane coming. There's going to be relief needed in North Carolina, relief needed in Florida. I mean, it's a tough situation. This has got to stop. It really does. Yep, I agree with that, Renee. And then yeah, I understand that. Yeah, literally, guys. I mean, the only thing that can be done is, yeah, it's like with the election is vote early. Yeah, definitely vote early, mail in ballots, do whatever you can, get your things in early. But I'm sure individuals right now that are going through this, I mean, everything. I mean, there's so much devastation and loss. There's too much. This should not be like this. I agree, Sarah. I agree. And that's, I have no words. I have no words. I think when I found out today, mail, USPS, FedEx cannot deliver in these areas. Yeah, and that's the thing. Some areas you can't get to. There is no roads. There is no way to get there. The only way to actually get there is through helicopters. But are they allowing the helicopters to go through the airways? I haven't seen a lot of that. I didn't figure you'd read it out loud, but yes, I do believe that people do need to research weather patterns. Okay, late 1800s and 1930s. That's another one to actually look up right there. Will do. Okay, so there's a lot happening right now, and I didn't feel that going on and going about my day and repeating the show like I do every single week was the right thing to do. I didn't. That was not the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. Okay? It is, because we need to do there. Let's see. Also, these people didn't have flood insurance. Yeah, what they lost is just gone. People are still going in private helicopters and even mule trains too. Wow. Huh. What is the minimum in the South? I don't know. I do know that there's been too much. This is supposed to be, like I said, the United States of America. This is supposed to be home of the free and the brave, right? Are we really free? Why? Why is this actually happening? This control factor, so to speak, that's actually occurring right now. And that's what I consider it. I consider it a control factor. Okay, so we have one up here right now for North Carolina. Does anybody out there know a place where relief or things that can actually help the Florida? Because if at a Cat 5, if that thing comes in, there goes Tampa, and hopefully not all across. Okay, let's see. Mule trains are huge right now. Mule trains are actually huge right now. Well, mules can actually get through anything. Back to the old schools and locals and nailing it. Yeah, they are. Yeah, it is. It really is. The mules, they're used to going through that stuff, and it is helping. Our is choosing to respond. Exactly. That's exactly my point here tonight. My point is, how are we? Are we just gonna continue on our path, or are we actually gonna start responding and start helping and doing what we can? So we did, like I said, we have this Reapsville Baptist Church, 1530 Elk Hoover Road, Val, North Carolina, and there's a phone number here where you can actually help. What we need right now is a church or a group that's close to Florida that'll be able to help the Floridians when it's coming, because this storm is coming and it's big. And I think there's another one that might be, hopefully it skims it. I don't know. But there's another storm coming off on the other side. These are disasters that happen all the time. We have earthquakes, we have tornadoes, we have hurricanes, but this was too personable. This was too horrific. This should have never happened. Never. Never. Okay. Spent their funds on, yep, I agree with that. I don't know whether or not you want me to read that. I do agree. Yeah. I have to agree with that statement. I really do. And this is the time where our leaders should be down there and digging in the dirt. Because let me tell you something. Broken back and not, if that was my area, I'd be digging in the dirt to help people as well. I don't care. I can rest at night because that's who I am, and that's the way it actually should be. It's so, but the responses can be considered a problem. Yeah, to the power. Yeah, it is. It's a really tough situation. Horses and mule chain crossings, clear pathways that older people walked along. Hard for those animals trains, though. Yeah, even saw a goat being used as a train for trafficking goods to people. Yes, and that's what happens. I mean, when you look at the old ways, no, there was no power with, but where there's a will, there's a way. There really is. I mean, if it's flooded, take a boat. Literally, take a boat over. But if it's a tough situation. It really is. All the way around, this is an extremely tough, negative situation. Okay, and all of us that aren't saying it, we're not saying exactly how we feel, exactly what we know. Why? My question: do you feel we have freedom of speech? Do you guys feel 100% that we have freedom of speech? Do you? Or do you believe that it's gone? We don't have that anymore. If I could afford it and kept my job, I'd be down there. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it stinks. I'd be there in a minute because that's who I am. I know. So much is going on right now, that those of you that actually came on for readings, I'm sorry, I am not doing readings tonight. This was much more important. I do apologize. I'll do something on the travelers page this week, but yeah, you can't even drive. Can't even drive. It's gone, although it doesn't stop me. Yes. Yeah, I don't either. I don't think we do. And I want to know why that is. Why? Do you guys remember? Agree there on it. Yes. To the other side, using transportation to cross certain sections of the river. Yeah. That's how they started a bridge, but not with a drone, because they didn't have drones back then. They really didn't. But this whole situation is ridiculous. I mean, everything. Fact check, fact check, fact check, fact check. Okay, facts according to who? What facts? What are you checking for facts? Who? Why is this happening? What are you fact checking? Are you fact checking people's opinions? How can you fact check an opinion? How can you sit there and say you can't say that? Why? We have freedom of speech. Why can't we say it? Why can't we fight back? This is whole situation and things that are occurring are way too much. And all I keep thinking about are the kids. What happened? Sudden turn. This storm took a sudden turn. Yeah. No. It's not a coincidence. And we as citizens have the right to state our opinions. And I'll state it again. Everything that is said here tonight is my opinion. This is not this is my opinion of what's occurring. This is my way of spreading the word to getting back to where we were, where neighbors were helping neighbors. None of this interference. And in a crisis, that's what we need. We need to do that. And again, I still have this number up here for North Carolina, but I would love to have one for people close to Florida. Okay, let's see what we can do. I don't know. That church is in North Carolina. If we can find something in Florida for that's coming up, that would be great as well. Yeah, fact check. Yeah. Yes, they do. I have to agree with that statement. I'm not saying names right now, but I do agree with that. And this show, Bag of Nuts, I guess this topic kind of fits because sometimes I do get a little nuts on topics, but it's too close to home. It's like, yeah. Yep. I agree. And again, I'm not going to read names. I'm just going to say I agree. And again, that's the thing. These things that are happening, my opinion. This is not the opinion of Rift Nation Network. This is the opinion of me, the host. I'm the host of Bag of Nuts. This is my opinion. This is how I feel about what's happening. That we need to open up. We need to become more aware of everything that's happening around us. This isn't about a popularity contest. This one's more popular. This one does that. I don't care. I want things to go back to the way they were, the way I remember them as a kid. We helped one another. We all pitched in. We were always there. But this, I can't picture that. I can't. I really can't. People have lost families. Families have lived on lands for generations and generations. And it's gone. It's not even there anymore. It's just completely gone. That was their heart, their soul, their sweat that was put into that. Grandparents after grandparents after grandparents. Some lands that were held by families for generations don't exist anymore. They just don't exist. I don't accept it. I don't accept any of this. I don't. I refuse to. And if it gets cold up there in the hills, okay, I'm on my way to make one more blanket for someone else. I can make a bunch of blankets, keep people warm, at least wrap it around themselves. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're talking. Bingo. How you doing, Mr. Ottersberg? Let me shut off this music here. I just could not help going off on this topic today. I really couldn't.
Thank you. You asked how I'm doing tonight. I'm a little emotional. So if my voice cracks a little bit, I'm not going to apologize.
That's okay. I'm the same way right now.
I'm proud of the fact that I can still get emotional. I understand what these people are going through. Yep. I lost everything.
Yep.
What you see behind me, I built with these hands.
Yep.
And then I got scammed out of my insurance money, and it's at a standstill. In 2 minutes, I lost everything I owned, and I wondered how I was going to keep going.
Exactly.
I had an advantage. I still had a job. I still had my vehicle.
Right.
I still had the clothes that I was wearing that day.
Yeah.
I was able to go get a motel room. These people don't have that.
No, they don't have any of it.
Everything is gone. I have seen the videos. I have shared the videos. Yeah. It is gone. Dams burst. Entire towns were washed away. There was a video of a woman on top of her house, and it just got washed off. They're still looking for her.
I won't say who, but I can tell you I have a relative down there volunteering in North Carolina, but I'm not going to say who.
Thank you. I'm very limited on what I can do right now.
Yeah, me too.
Me off.
It does me too. All I can tell you guys is I can crochet. If somebody can find a way to get it there, I have no problem. I sit here and I crochet every night. I will make tons of blankets to keep people warm. It's the only thing that I can do. I can do that.
They live in the mountains. They're going to need that. It's going to start.
Oh, there you go. I can do something that makes me feel better. I don't like when we can't do anything. And, it's not all of us are wealthy.
No.
We're not. But we make do. But sometimes, like my grandmother, during there was a storm when I was a kid, big storm. What'd she do? She would can a pop load of jams. Okay, a pop load of jams and ketchups and bread. And she'd be canning all kinds of stuff. And everybody in the neighborhood was set for what she canned. Other people would can this. Other people would can that. This is how I grew up.
Bartering.
Why can't we go back to that?
Because of who. Big Brother.
I want to find a town that I can go back and it can be like that. We all work together.
You want it to be like that again?
Yes.
We can make that happen. All you got to do is vote in the right way.
Agree.
And then have some patience because some things are going to change.
Yes.
Some people aren't going to like the changes. Some people will like the changes. But the people that don't like the changes, wait a little bit. Eventually, you're going to like the changes.
Yes.
I'm looking for legal words to say.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it tough? We're talking in circles here. Let's see what's happening in the chat.
Yeah.
And that's the part that's breaking my heart. Me as a mom and as a grandmom, I can't imagine.
No.
I cannot I can imagine, but I can't imagine it. I can't.
I can't.
That would kill me.
I can't imagine this. I lost loved ones in my fire.
Oh.
My pets, okay, but still, they're my loved ones.
Yeah.
Imagine how many people lost their pets. Now, imagine how many people who lost their pets also lost their wife or their husband or their kids or their grandmother. They have no idea where these people are. They are out of body bags.
Yes, they are completely out.
Who is supposed to supply those? That organization that starts with the F and ends with the A.
Yep.
They didn't have any money because they spent it all down yonder on those people that ain't supposed to be here.
All I can tell you is I'm going to say it again. This is the opinion of the host. Me, the host, him. This has nothing to do with the Rift
My
Nation Network. This stuff needs to be said. It has been held back for too long. Too long. It's time for change. It's time for us to get back to where we need to be before everything and everyone is just gone.
These people live in the mountains. We have no idea. They have no idea how many people are actually living in those mountains off grid.
Yep.
They have no idea where they are, how to even look for them.
Exactly.
By air, and they're ground into choppers.
Yep.
So the reports go.
Yes. And again, these are just reports and things that we read. Now, unless somebody from an official standpoint would like to come forward and have a talk and show us some information there, I'd be happy to put you on air.
Anybody that's down there that sees this, take video, put it out, get it out, because the media is not reporting this at
I could do one better.
all.
Send it out to us because I'll keep a copy.
Yes.
Okay? Send it to the riftnationnetwork at gmail.com. Send it to us.
It needs to get out.
Okay?
It needs
I
to
will
be
post
shared.
the poopy out of that stuff. I really would. Let's see what we're going on. Children, seniors, lose entire families, hundreds of animals. Yes, all drowned out. It is horrific. It's like someone from a few years ago suddenly appeared to now. They wouldn't recognize this world. I agree with that.
No. This is completely different than when I was a kid. And you know, my parents back then, when I was a kid, that time was completely different from when they were a kid.
Yes.
Technology is changing so fast, but what good is technology right now? Because they have no power, they have no fuel, they have nothing.
Exactly.
So you need to be able to go back to your old school ways. What plants?
We grew up with that.
What plants cure that?
Yes.
That's where pharmaceuticals.
Do you know I have all those books? I have all those books as far as health herbs. I tan, I crochet, I do all these things only because I'm a what if person.
I picked tomatoes tonight and popped them in the freezer so I can can. I have so many tomatoes in my freezer. I'm gonna have to go buy more canning jars.
It's tough, guys. It really is.
To be able to provide for myself, I can fish, I can hunt, I can raise my garden, I can can. I can provide for me.
Yes.
But if you think about it, with all of the land that has been taken for farming, that has decreased the population of the wild animals so much. When I was a kid, there were deer, rabbits, squirrels everywhere, turkeys everywhere. Now you go out hunting, it's hard to find stuff. So imagine if all of a sudden everybody here had to start hunting and fishing for themselves in order to survive. How long
I'd be fine.
Life is going to last?
I grew up on a lobster boat. I know how to do that. Foxfire book. What's that, hon?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I probably should, but I don't.
It sounds familiar.
You know,
see, I belong to Rebel Canning.
I have family, adopted family.
Yeah.
Down in Florida. And I
have family in Florida.
They have an acreage and they have goats and they have turtles and they have birds and they have Max. That's their dogs. And I'm very worried for them, but they have a very strong home. I've been in it.
Yeah.
They've been through this before. They know what to do. So I'm sure they're going to come out okay. But
they haven't had a Cat 5 in years.
The last message I sent her was, "Hey, I know communications are going to go down.
Right.
But as soon as you can, let me know you're okay."
Yeah, this is the Cat 5.
You know what she said back?
What?
Do you have a CB radio?
Yeah. Oh my God, I miss those.
I used to. I lost them in fire. I may have to go buy another one.
Yep, I agree with those.
But
it's not like we can afford those fancy expensive ones, not the cell phones, the satellite ones. CDs are better. You know, I used to have one in my car growing up as well, because those are things that you need to look at. She says they are books on how to do everything to survive. Build a smokehouse, canned food, herbal cures, Foxfire books. All right, my man will want these. I'll have to write that down.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
We're both looking for paper here.
I got paper. I got
love this.
pen. Foxfire books?
Yes. Oh, he will definitely love those.
Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Shoot me a
ham
friend
radio, yep. I guess in what? In England, they call it a ham radio?
Yeah, ham radios, yeah.
Yep, it's a
But
CB.
you got to have electricity in order to run those.
Okay, let's see. Is the Red Cross operational in that? The whole towns are gone.
Haven't heard nothing.
Gone.
Now, I'm torn on the Red Cross.
Yeah.
Because do they help people? You're damn right they do. They help me with my fire.
Right.
Okay. They help me. I got help from them.
Right.
But there's enough of a chain going up that a lot of the money that's donated gets spent on salaries. It's supposed to be no profit. I get that. But part of that no profit is wages being paid out.
Yeah.
I've heard, I don't know, but some of those wages has been reported are too high, like any other business.
Wow.
I don't know. But I would rather donate directly to someone. And I can't send anything because nothing's running.
Exactly. I want to donate blood. It's all I can do. I agree. If that's all you can do, honey, do it. Let me tell you something. Okay. I have one child that's a type O.
Yeah. Renee.
That is rare. He can only accept type O or on rare occasions an emergency AB negative. Those are the two blood types that are rarest. And if you can only donate blood, donate, because it might just save a life.
Or plasma. You can donate blood or plasma.
Plasma.
Uh-huh.
Plasma. Now I'm confused.
It's part of the blood without all the other stuff in it.
Ah. She has a rare blood type too. So yeah, I do understand that.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, I do understand that.
Yes, she does.
Only one of my children are O. Most of the others are AB.
She has one of the most rarest blood types in the world.
AB negative?
No.
AB positive?
RH null.
RH no?
It is what the movie I was in is based on.
I got RH negative. That's different from no.
Null is no negative, no positive.
Oh, damn. You special.
Yes.
Yeah. Man, if you got a freezer or a refrigerator or something, you might want to put some of that shit aside for yourself.
My ex-mother-in-law had that as well, and she had to go drink her own blood.
See, certain bloods they can be cross-fed. That's another one. You could donate blood. I mean, if you don't have money, you could donate your time. I mean, literally, like I said, I don't have a lot of money, but I know how to crochet. I can knit some blankets for people. It's the best I can do. So I can do that.
I'm not fully able-bodied, but I can run a shovel. I can do.
We're also word of mouth. What are we doing now? We're helping.
We're helping.
Exactly. By getting the word out, by letting people know, listen, we're here. I understand. You want something put out? We're going to make sure we get this out. Send it right over to the network email. We will get this out. We will make sure that your story is not forgotten. Because I could never, as a mom in my entire life, imagine what it would be like to lose a family member like that. I can't.
No, I live in a small
not even know where they are.
What's that? Yeah, exactly. I live in a small town of about, 1683? Yeah. 1683. A couple years ago when Christy was here, we had 4 tornadoes touch down around and almost in town. And it looked like a war zone with the trees and the buildings. And this community, didn't matter what color you were, what nationality you were, who you voted for, everybody came together and helped each other.
And that's from what I have heard
And then
from the nameless individual that has been happening.
And then people from the surrounding counties, linemen from the surrounding counties, Kansas,
Yeah,
they came and helped with the wires and the electricity,
right.
and they got us going again. That's what you do.
Yeah.
That is what you do. You know, you do what you can, and that is who is helping them down there. They are helping themselves because there ain't nobody down there.
No, there isn't. They have been going up with the donkeys. They've been going up with like the donkeys, the goats, and things like that. As far as on the hill, because they don't know. There are still some people up there on the mountains.
Yes.
But like I said, I know for sure that 3 cities or towns are completely gone. I know some other information for facts, but I can't say it on air. It's a little too, yeah, it's a little too much for people to hear. So it is definitely tough. Send generators. That's another. If they have a house, heck, send tents.
Yeah.
At least they can pop up and camp there with a generator. You know, that's another good idea right there. All of these things that need to be done, and the information that needs to be given, and all this help. And like I said, we have North Carolina that still needs help, and now we've got Florida being hit.
Yeah. The entire state.
Yeah, I know. And then after that, there's one more that may be coming in a week after that. So it's pretty much going to go boom, just like this. It's a tough situation, guys. This is, like I said, this is not my regular show, but I'm sorry, sitting here giggling, laughing, and doing readings. No, talking about something that matters. Yes,
this
needed to be said.
Made me happy to see it.
Thank you.
It got my temper boiling, but I needed to let it out a little bit. So this
we all do.
Me.
We all do.
And like I said, the main thing that I'm so ticked off about is our G.
Yep.
O.
Yep.
V. Ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
Right now.
No.
Our X. PRES is down there with Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
And they are attempting.
And they're still stuck.
To get stuff out, and they are being blocked.
Yes.
By the current
I actually think I have. Do I have that? Thought I found that. Hold on.
And where was our current DEM candidate during this process? On a show, I can't even say what she was talking about because
I know it's
shut down.
Yeah, this needs to be said. This needs to be done. Literally, guys. It's we have another coming on. This is a hot topic tonight. Woohoo! The gang.
Hi guys.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Needs to be said.
Renee, I apologize for the emotional overload that you're getting.
That's perfectly, utterly fine.
Yeah,
you're good.
We're all
You're
good.
absolutely good.
It said it needed to be done.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things not being reported. I've actually have talked to Keith about some of them, and I've actually shared some of the videos. It's unbelievable what is happening. We want to go back to what's possibly happening to Florida. A certain governor said, hey, you need some help, and sent his National Guard. His National Guard, not North Carolina's National Guard.
No.
His National Guard before anybody else, and said, hey, we're supposed to help neighbors. We're supposed to help neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And now, my opinion, this is now what's happening in Florida.
Yeah.
Just an idea.
There are military posts in the area that is afflicted, and they are not getting orders to move.
Yep.
People are getting orders to stand
down.
Yeah.
I believe it's called
Yes.
don't mark
I heard that as well. Yes.
don't the things could be crossed in translation with friends that I have. You're given when you're in that part of the military, you're given marching orders, which are called a Title 10. No one has received their Title 10.
Yep.
Nothing.
No,
Nothing.
they're restricted right now. No, it's a Cat 5. There's no such thing as a Cat 6, honey. It's Cat 5 and holy.
Well, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. Holy 5. It's 5, and then bend over and kiss yourself goodbye.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much it. But
Pretty
it's
much.
hitting as a Cat 5. It might start to weaken, but this thing is going to cross the whole state in Florida.
The tornadoes they hit Nebraska
Yeah.
were some of the biggest we've had.
Yeah.
They're blaming it on change.
Mm-hmm.
That's because they're changing the climate.
Yeah. I agree.
Cloud seeding.
I mean, I can put it here in
now.
private chat. Okay. Yo, you guys talk for a minute. I'm going to type something here.
Park. They had a huge facility in Alaska. It was a huge antenna array that set up energy, and it was admitted in a congressional hearing that they use this to heat the ionosphere and they could move weather patterns with this.
Yep.
And the congressional hearing was to get Congress to allow them to tear it down because it was a government thing. We don't need this anymore because we have smaller units that will do the same thing. Those Doppler radar balls on the boats. How do you think you steer a hurricane?
How do you spell? Sitting on my stump and watching. Hey Ed, sorry I went totally off topic.
Yes, I got your text. Yes, they can't keep up with that.
Yep. So that particular individual is having nightmares right now, but one of the volunteers. But it's ridiculous, and I'll say it again because we do have another person on here. This is the opinion of the host. This is not the opinion of Rift Nation Network. This is host opinion only.
Mine, hers, and hers.
Yes.
Yep. Host opinion.
And in my opinion, get out and vote early. Do what you need to do. Change is a thing.
Because on voting day, how many printers are going to run out of ink? How many internet systems are going to fail?
Yep.
The list goes on. How many pipes are going to break again?
The whole thing is ridiculous. It really is. Militarized weather.
They're going above and beyond what they did last time.
Yeah, they are. This
Gail.
whole thing is, I'm sorry, too many. Whole entire families.
I mean, our forefathers not trying to, they put a safe fail into it. That's what I put into the chat. Mm-hmm. If a quote unquote national disaster that is big enough, it is an amendment. It is in the Constitution. It happens. If something big goes down, it halts the election. Those powers in B that are still there stay in power. But now,
all I keep thinking about doing, right? Does anybody know that movie Frankenstein, when all the townspeople come with their pitchforks and stuff? Yeah, okay. That's as far as I'm going with that one.
And when that happens, now said powers in B are still in power. Now you can enact
what?
Article 25, remove said person and insert number 2.
Yes.
Without an election.
And it's in it.
Ever
the
being
Bill of Rights.
Voted on and nominated. Mm-hmm. They took the Democrats' rights away from them when they inserted her into the candidacy. They should be pissed about that. I'm pissed.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm pissed about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If the Republicans would have done that, I'd be pissed about it.
Oh yeah.
Same.
I agree.
Same. That's not fair for either party. That's not fair for either candidate, any candidate. That's not fair because that's not what our forefathers said. Hey, this is how it's going to be done.
Exactly.
This is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
It was for our protection, not to be utilized for manipulation.
And it is definitely not protecting us now.
No.
That is not happening. Okay.
I mean,
where is this?
I find it mind-boggling, but then again, because I'm going to talk back like how Joni always talks about our forefathers and how Howie and Keith and we've all talked about it. Our forefathers were astrologers. Our forefathers did have gifts. George Washington
Franklin
saw visions, had visions. This
Yes.
man predicted it on his retiring address. A two-party system will be the death to our country.
Yep.
The man said it 200 years ago.
And they have fought to keep it a two-party system tooth and nail. I actually got tired of the BS between the blue and the red. And I became a libertarian because I like some of their ideas. Okay. Now, I was the first libertarian in Nebraska to get elected. Granted, it was small town city council, but I was the first one. And I made history with that because that helped to get the libertarian presidential nominee on the ballot in all 50 states.
Yeah.
Now, I was also a delegate for the Libertarians, and I got to vote for who we wanted as our Libertarian candidate.
And here's the other thing.
And they screwed up and they picked the wrong one, and it just went right down the drain. We had at least a small sliver of a chance. And then I found out that the rest of the Libertarians are kind of nuts. And I was blamed for being the downfall of the world because I didn't want to legalize methamphetamine and cocaine and all the stuff coming over the south.
Yeah, I don't agree with any of that. I don't.
Screw you.
All right, guys, this is the number for the North Carolina. Nobody sent me one for Florida yet.
Well, usually they won't have anything, set up in stone until
it happens.
I hate to say after. I'm sure that they have shelters in place, and I'm sure that they have all that stuff. But for like a donation center, usually they wait to see what happens.
Yeah,
they got to know what survives.
Yep.
I don't like to put it that way, but that's
like how many? Sorry, this whole thing is it's hit home too much. So
also too that they're also not reporting down there what's going on is cadaver teams are coming down because the stench and these are people that are volunteers. These are people that in their community that are walking riverbanks and they're pulling people. Yeah. And finally some National Guard did show up, and this woman goes, am I smelling what I'm smelling? And they're saying yes. But here's the problem. There's so much debris. There's so much compaction of granulated dirt, and so much was dug when those dams let go that they're underneath things, and they're in. This was scary in trees. Yeah, because the vultures are circling. Yep. And she just said, "What am I going to do?" And there's nothing that they can do. They said, "Guess what? You're going to find who you're going to find." And it may take years, or you may never find these missing loved ones.
Yeah. Water is one of the most healing things in the universe, and it is also one of the most destructive.
Yeah.
Yep.
When a dam breaks and that wall of water comes, just like when a hurricane hits and that gush hits that beach, it is totally destructive, and it takes everything. Now, with a hurricane, it goes in. Their buildings are reinforced for hurricanes. The water comes in, and then it goes out. In Appalachia, they got shacks. They got regular houses like we do.
Right.
That water hit, It undermined the dirt. That house goes, it's gone.
Yep.
That Walmart is gone. That road is gone. That bridge is
Yep.
gone.
There's no bridges.
It's
There's no
gone.
roads. There's nothing. It's just three
You-
towns that
I
I
mean,
know of for sure.
Even in
I just
hurricanes,
love those
you can't keep
Appalachian
moving
people.
water.
I mean, those Appalachian people, like, oh, we can't get to, we can't build a road. There were people out there operating heavy equipment, moving dirt, and making roads.
Making roads. Yes.
And
Yeah.
and they were even
And
taking, there was one
they're trying to stop.
subsection, like literally, that they were taking debris, which was they were taking from trailers, and they made bridges out of the debris just so
Yeah.
that they can get access back into and forth for these people.
Yes.
Wow. See, that's really coming together, and that's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask Alexa, she already knows how many perished in Florida
That's-
from.
Go ask about Milton.
Wow.
Go
That's
ask
what-
about Milton if you have it too.
How many, Gail?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier.
How many?
They when they give a hurricane a name for a year, they retire it. They don't reuse it.
Mhm.
Helene and Milton. I'm blanking out on the year, but they were used. I found proof. I posted the proof of it, which will probably soon be taken down.
Right.
They reused those two names for these two storms. You don't do that.
Hurricane Carol of 1954 that wiped out the East Coast. I know they reused that name again.
It's you can't make this up. It is all
530.
in front of you.
That's what they're saying. 530.
That's what they're saying. 500. And when you ask Alexa,
That
Yeah.
might be one town.
Yeah.
that might be a town. And Appalachiville, that may be a whole town.
Yeah.
A whole family.
That's saying about Florida, the hurricane that hasn't even touched base yet. This is what they're saying.
If you think about it, just
No,
like here in
I don't
Nebraska,
like it.
where are the towns built? They're built by the
Exactly.
creeks. They're built by the rivers. What flooded?
Okay, Howie puts. Okay, this is from Howie. Asheville,
Yes.
Paranormal
Hashtags.
Truth,
Yes.
North Carolina Proof.
Hashtags.
Hashtags. Continuous thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
So if
is-
you share a video, put a hashtag on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. I had hashtags, but it's got nothing to do with the show is about. It just really, really hit home for me today when I see the category, knowing where individuals are. It's killing me here.
Yes.
It started in 1943, the research, and it was actually brought forth to now. Yeah,
Like
I
I said,
agree there. I mean, this, I'm sorry, this horse poop.
look up the patents. Look up the we
Yep,
er
yep.
ma ne pu lation
Yeah.
patents. Because if you say it,
Sounds
all
like he's got a
words,
stuttering problem here.
they will catch it.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, you can. It's if you. Let's see how I can figure out how to do this one. If you Google blue jelly balls that were coming out of the sky.
Yes. Yes. I seen that. Somebody I know in Florida actually they videotaped it. The waters were blue.
It's not an airplane dumping their toilets. Just
No.
saying.
No.
That's one hell of a big thing they'd have to dump to get the whole ocean blue.
Well, and dry
So
ice.
is that part of the cloud seeding that they're doing?
Dry ice. It's in the patent. I read the
It
patent.
was blue. Yeah, I said it was time. She said, seen that. Yeah, Michelle's seen it too. That video. That's how I knew.
Yep.
You know?
This
And
is
it-
not natural.
No, it's not. It's not natural. It's gonna hit home for too many people. And OMG, I can feel the Gemini psychopath coming out.
And I hate to, no, I don't use the word hate. I don't like to say this,
Okay.
but I need to.
Okay.
and I almost feel bad about saying this, but it's the truth. America needed to see this.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but they do. Dry ice, sand, and lithium beads.
We needed to see their agenda.
Yep.
Their team needed to see and feel in the wallet.
Yeah.
Their agenda.
I agree. I do. And that's the thing. When everybody sit here, all these people, and they tell you to wake up, it's not because they want you to float high up in the sky and become the all famous, powerful psychic. No, they want you to see what the hell is right in front of you.
Open your eyes.
What are you looking at? Let me tell you something. When the news is on, okay, I want you to go listen to one weather guy, go to the next weather guy, go to the next weather guy. I guarantee you they all talk about the same story or tell the same freaking joke.
Every news station, there have been video compilations of it.
Yep.
In my day, journalists, they reported the news. They got down to the base of the story.
Yes.
And they were called investigative reporters.
Yes.
Yep.
Because they weren't afraid. Now, if you're an investigative reporter, guess what? You disappear.
Yeah, you're out of work.
Yep.
And that's the way it shouldn't be. It's literally, honestly, guys, wake up.
Project Blue Book, Project Paperclip.
Yep.
Project Bluebeam.
I could go on.
Mm-hmm.
I knew of one book of Enoch.
Yep.
Tonight I learned that there are multiple books of Enoch. I'm going to investigate those books.
I have them all.
I only knew of one.
Oh, there's several.
Yeah, Howie, it's misdirection. It's look at the shiny over here, but ignore the man behind the curtain.
Look at the left hand while we work.
So let me think. All this horse poopy is happening in North Carolina, right? So what are you going to do? Let's throw another major hurricane in the works.
And not only that, I'm not. Don't come for me. Didn't we just start hurricane season?
Yeah, I think so.
So, and then I live again too on the East Coast. I live in Connecticut. We haven't had a really bad one since Gloria, and that was like what, 85, 86?
Yeah.
So
is he trying to keep his mouth
shut? Yeah.
The whole list, and it's ridiculous. Anti-information, that's exactly what it's about. I'm sorry, I needed to get the truth out here. And as I state, and I'll state it again, this is my opinion.
Our opinions.
My opinion, Keith's opinion, Renee's opinion. This is nothing of any of this has anything to do with the R.I.F.T Nation Network, except it's just what we're talking about.
Yes. I'm gonna toot my own horn for a minute.
Okay.
Toot toot.
Along with somebody else's horn.
Okay.
This is something that Renee and I have been talking about on the Otter's Den for a year to a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Coming astrology. What's going to be coming out? We called Hollywood. We called the earthquakes. We called Watch the Water.
Exactly.
What did all the destruction do? What caused all the destruction? The water.
Yes.
We said, watch the water. It is in the astrology.
Yes, it is. Nostradamus.
We called
an astrologer. Nostradamus that wrote everything. He divined and did astrology in the bowls.
Yes.
Yes.
Joni generally does the astrology part of my show. I do the spirituality part of my show. This is how this is going to affect us. And
astrology is very accurate.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am proud of us.
I said this on the Orion Effect in 2020 to 2022.
Yeah.
I just decided not to be Miss Nice Girl today. Sweetie, happy-go-lucky. I decided to be more my pissed-off self. So
come here.
This is where we're at. But oh my God, it's 9:25, guys. And any last thoughts before I close this off and go outside and smoke a cigarette? Because I need a few.
The Gulf.
Yeah, they done. They are not done.
Oh no, they're not done. They're not done by a long shot.
Nope.
And don't forget to tell your loved ones that you love them.
Yeah,
Don't be afraid to do that.
I did that. I definitely
And
did
if you
that.
want change, you have to be the change.
You have to do the work.
You've got to do the work. You've got to do the heavy lifting. So if you want change, you've got to do and work the change. So that means get up, go register to vote, go out and vote. Vote early if you can, if you're allowed to. If not, go do your, if paper ballots coming in, do it.
Yeah, they do.
Sign up to be
They
a
just
poll
sent in the
watcher.
paper ballot over
There's
here.
100 things you can go do.
Logan's Run.
And if you don't believe what's being reported, do your own homework.
Yeah.
Research it, but do it from reliable sources.
Yes.
Yep.
Look at different
Definitely.
sources.
Definitely. Yeah, look at a whole bunch of them. I mean, literally, don't just take the word of one individual. Look at many different ones.
Look at the ones that put the receipts out, the proof.
Yes.
You have a website where you can go look at the proof.
Exactly.
They will put it out there for you. Dan Bongino.
Exactly. I agree. Now, like I said, and I'll say it again, you guys have videos that they keep taking down. You want the information out there? I want you to email it right over to the riftnationnetwork@gmail.com. We'll make damn tootin' sure that this continues to come out.
As I have a chopper flying over my house.
And as I have a fire truck go, boop, boop. So you tell me.
Can't make it up.
I just got my dog sleeping, so that's about it. So we need to do this, guys. So I gave you the information. I mean, I love crocheting. It keeps me busy. I'll get a bunch of blankets out. I'll see if I can get in touch with some local churches. We don't know what's going to happen with the upcoming hurricane. I don't. But I can tell you for one thing, we need to stop banding together. We need to take back
America.
Yeah, we do. Take it back. Never mind, make it great again. Take it back. This is not right. What are you doing?
We need to be able to combine the technology that's coming out with old school.
Yes.
Old school needs to be allowed. Old school has been illegified. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now because I just made it up.
Yep. Okay, it's a word. As of today, Keith made a word up. We'll put it in. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I just wrote it down for you. It's a word.
Legified.
It's bad. It really is.
Because they don't want us to know what plants in our backyard can heal our headache.
Yep. There's still a way around everything.
We tell you that.
If you look and you can't afford the books, the information is out there for free.
Yeah.
You can download PDFs of this information.
Not only that, do it now while you still can.
Now.
Because I am sure at some point, things can be scrubbed. Things can be removed from the internet.
Yeah.
So if anything,
including
Google it now. Get it. I mean, go to Amazon. If you can find a lot of good books on Amazon about herbs, about how to make a wood firing car called wood falsified car that you can that will run on firewood. It's out there. It's a bitch to do it, but it can be done.
Yes, it can.
Things can be removed, including the internet. So
exactly. Which
download
might
them
just
now
happen.
and print them up. My whole closet's full of printed books.
If the internet goes down, don't freak out. It's a temporary thing.
Yep.
It is for a reset, and it's beneficial.
Yeah, literally change.
I mean, it has. Microsoft went down.
Yeah, it did.
Look what happened. Verizon, our phones. I mean, a lot of things have happened in the last 3 months.
Odin's Rune came up twice this week. When I was doing the rune for the day, it came up twice. Odin's Rune is about change. Something needs to change.
Yes.
Twice in 1 week. That rune never comes up twice in 1 week. And it came up twice. It's time for change.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this done.
Exactly.
My God, thanks guys for popping on as I was rambling
anytime.
on today. Wait, is Keith coming back?
Yeah,
There
hold
he is.
on. He's probably. Are you pulling a card?
I am.
Ah,
You know
all
from
right.
what deck?
Fuck it, Dick.
Oh my God,
As
too
my
funny.
son in the other room goes, what the hell?
Okay, what are we supposed to not believe today?
I'm gonna pull 2 cards.
Okay, this will be funny.
So Renee, top, middle,
Yes.
bottom.
What?
Top, middle, or bottom. Talking about the card deck. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Hey. Middle.
Okay.
Because literally the Robert Frost poem, road diverged into the woods.
Susan,
That came
top
to
or
my
bottom?
head.
Top.
Okay. First card pulled. Oh, this is very fitting.
For who? Her or me?
Renee, your card is what Americans are saying right now. Try it and see what happens.
Oh.
And there's no harm in trying any of this. You want to can? Go can. You want
Exactly.
to learn how to, I don't know. There's so many things that, like my grandfather that did when I was a kid that I watched and I
We
learned and I
didn't
took
have those
notes.
expensive pressure cookies when we
I
were
mean,
canning.
so much you can go do. Go try it.
Yeah.
I wish I would have paid more attention to what my grandparents were attempting to teach me. But no, I was a kid and then a teenager, and I really wish I have apologized to them because they were trying to teach me their ways. And
Go online to Rebel
my
Canning
phone and my
on
stereo.
YouTube. They'll teach you everything.
But
It's called Rebel
Susan,
Canning.
your card. It's okay to say hell no. That's what we need to say right now to
Yeah.
what. Hell
Yeah.
no.
No, not going to happen.
Try
That's
it and see
right.
what happens. So, astrology does not lie.
No, it doesn't.
Neither does tarot.
I mean,
Nope.
honestly, if we, and I truly believe this because I said this today at work, I said, if we would have, this is almost to the level, in my opinion, what we did on 9/12 after 9/11, what we did on 9/12, if we would just do a fourth of that
That's what
and
we
come together into this country, look how much good we did on 9/12.
Yeah.
Why can't we do this again?
Just
This is given a moment.
I agree.
just the positive thoughts of everybody can affect the world. And it's
That's
been
right.
proven. Now, I chose the bottom card. And my card is maybe it is because they are mean and stupid.
Okay.
So
Yep.
it all fits together. You
Yeah, it
can't
does.
tell me that tarot don't work.
No, it does. It does.
Even the way I read it sometimes, and that's a story for another time.
Oh my God. I'll tell you. All right, guys, I need a smoke. I don't smoke in my house. My computer will end up with COPD. So
I gotta go get ready for bed. But I just want to say, Susan, thank you for doing this show.
Oh
Yes,
no,
thank
thank you
you.
for coming on, guys.
I wasn't going to
anytime.
needed to.
Too
And
late.
thank you
It
for
was
the
quiet, my love. It was a impromptu show, Peter Gallery. It was an impromptu show, and I knew there would be no way I'd be able to do readings today. I had too much on my mind, too much worry about what's coming. I needed to get this out.
Spirit tells us what to do when we need it.
Yep. All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Bye, guys. Love you all.
Love
Be
you.
safe.